Hi, my name is Kevin Partland, and I did my final project on Boston crime, specifically focused on robberies between 2015 and 2016. So the robberies that it focused on were bank robberies, carjackings, commercial, home invasion, robberies on the street with a knife, other unarmed robberies at business, unarmed robberies at a residence, unarmed robberies on the street, and attempted robberies at a bank with a knife. So the objectives that I wanted to focus on was to help individuals and police be aware of hotspot robbery areas, also help inform those who are traveling and locals to let them know of known high robbery areas, and also help with authority to visually see where high value areas of robberies occur, so that way they can patrol those areas even closer, pay attention. As a study area in my data set, for my study area, I focused on Boston, Massachusetts. I got all my data from the cityofboston.gov, and for my base map, I used a topographic map from ArcMap. So the method I used was hotspot analysis. The tools that I went about to use this was the integrate and collective events to aggregate it, and the increment spatial autocorrelation for appropriate scale. So here's my process after geocoding, which was my toughest part of this project. After getting that done, everything else is pretty much smooth sailing. After completing it, the integrate and collective steps is this is the result. So continuing on to starting my increment spatial autocorrelation, and here if you could see these just these little red marks, those are police stations. And then finally continuing on to run my hotspot analysis after my increment, I saw that my z-score ranged from -4 to 4, and my p-value ranged from -0.1, 0.0001 to 0.9. So this is my result of my map. You can see that there's high crime in the northeast area and northern area, and it kind of dilutes further as it goes down near the middle and further down near the southwest. As again I said that these points are police stations, so the police stations are in pretty good locations for these high crime areas, as well as to take care of these lower, less crime areas. So yeah, these are in pretty good locations, and I had a really good time with this. And in conclusion, I was surprised by my results of bank robberies, just bank robberies. I got my interest from the movie The Town, which focused on a group of friends who go around robbing banks in Boston. And in the beginning of the movie, it had stated that Charleston is the bank robbery capital of America. So that piqued my interest, and I went into this thinking that there's going to be tons of bank robberies in Boston, and that's what all I'll just use for my data points. But it turns out that there really aren't that many bank robberies in Boston. So that's why I had to use all this extra data for robberies, like on the streets and commercial and home invasion and things like that, to make sure that I did have enough points. As far as in the future, I wouldn't mind working with crime data for the police department and help them whatever is necessary to make their jobs easier and make them more efficient. And that's my project. Thank you for your time.